For the optimistic cynic, shit, ho got a hell of a grip. There's never a problem till niggas is ballin' and bitches they all.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? It's D-Boy Classics, and welcome to 2K21. This is them. I mean, obviously for current gen, there's no difference, but hey, it is what it is. So obviously from the title, you can probably tell from this video, I'm gonna introduce y'all to my build for 2K21. Like I said, it's no difference from 2K20. The developers from 2K already said that. So with this build particularly, it's probably gonna be similar to my 2K20 build. But enough of me talking, let's get into the video, man. Alright, to begin with this build, y'all, you can see right here I chose the pie chart that is 50% defense and 50% shooting, which is this red and green. And the reason I chose this one particularly is because I'm able to get Hall of Fame in both defense and shooting. I did look at the new pie chart that they did add in the demo. To be honest with y'all, I am not a fan of them. Obviously, you could probably make some cheeky builds with those, but if we're just trying to get down to business, particularly you want the Hall of Fame bands, which is the best possible way you can go at it. So this is why I choose this pie chart. And if you are going at like with a sharp rim route, I do recommend this pie chart particularly. So to really keep everything safe, keep everything functioning. But let's move on to the physical pie charts next. Alright, y'all, so next up right here, you can see is the physical profile. And the pie chart that I use for this one, for my center, is the all-around one, which is all the way at the bottom. And the reason I use this one is to keep everything even, keep everything simple, nothing crazy, nothing extra speed, no extra vertical strength, nothing like that. Just keep everything neutral. Because since I'm a center, I feel like the stats don't really mean too much. I mean, obviously, you want to be fast at the center, helping off defense, transition, all that. But like I said, since tall you are, like you're 7 foot or 7'1", that won't really make a difference. You're still taking a hit to your speed. So like I said, I just keep everything level and neutral. But next up, we're gonna go into the potential for your my player. Alright, y'all, so next up is our set potential for the my player, and you can see I have the stats all laid out, but I'm still gonna go over them regardless. So to begin, for my finishing stats, my close shot is an 84, my driving layup is a 40, my driving dunk is a 35, my standing dunk is a 76, and my post hook is a 30. Next up for my shooting, my mid-range shot is a 71, my three-point shot is a 67, my free throw is a 79, my post fade is a 80. My playmaking, my pass accuracy is a 51, my ball handling is a 30, my post moves is a 30. And lastly, for defensive rebounding, my interior defense is a 82, perimeter defense is a 54, lateral quickness is a 54 as well, steal is a 63, my block is a 87, my offensive rebound is a 80, and my defensive rebound is a 88. And to my physical stats, my speed is 58, my acceleration is a 54, strength is a 73, and my vertical is a 59. And for my badge upgrades, I have 1 finishing, 18 shooting, 1 playmaking, and 22 defensive rebounding. So let's move on next to the height. Alright, y'all, so next up, you can see right here is the height, and you can see I am 7 feet. And the reason I stuck at 7 feet is because I feel like I said, just keep everything neutral. And last year I was 7 feet on my sharp rim, so I feel like just keep it the same. Don't change none. That was not broken. I feel like 7 feet is a comfortable height for a sharp rim. I'm able to move just as fast. I'm able to help just as well, and be able to shut down the paint if need be. Excuse me. And that's really all that is. So next up, we're gonna get into the weight. All right, y'all. So next up, you can see right here is the weight. I did make him 270 pounds, and the reason behind this was this is similar to last year. My sharp rim was also 270 pounds, and the reason behind that too is because I feel like 270 pounds is comfortable. It's a comfortable weight for the center. Not too light, not too heavy. So I just kept it at that. And the stat changes from that when I increased this weight. My driving dunk was -1, so now it's a 34. I gained +4 for my interior defense, so that becomes an 86. My perimeter defense is -5, also with my lateral quickness, so both of them are 49. I lose a little bit on my speeds, which now became a 54. Same thing, acceleration became a 49. And my vertical is just down a little bit, became a 53. But I do gain a lot for my strength, which now becomes an 81. But let's move on to the wingspan next. Alright, y'all, so next up right here is the wingspan. You can see my wingspan is the 93.0, which is maxed. And the reason why I chose this wingspan is really just to help me on defense, better blocking, better interior defense all around. But some of the stats did get changed up, but it's not too much of a problem. My standing dunk went up by a lot, it went up by 9, so now it's at 85. I did lose a little bit on my mid-range shot and my three-point shot, not too much of a problem. I can still shoot. For the blocking, my blocking went up by 4, which now becomes a 91. My offensive rebound went up by 2, became an 82, and my defensive rebound went up by 2, which became a 90. I did lose a little bit on my strength, but that's not too much of an issue. If I do max out this player, I'll get it all right back. But now let's move on to the Grand Badge, or the Takeover Badge, excuse me. Alright, so next up is the Takeover Badge, which is between this Rim Protector and Glass Cleaning. You can see right here I went with the Rim Protector. I feel like Rim Protector is more valuable in many aspects. I already went over this last year, and I feel like a lot of y'all probably would agree with me. I mean, of course, some people would disagree, say glass is better, but in some scenarios, I'm able to neutralize the glass takeover and still get boards over them. So that's all I gotta say about that. But next up, let's get into the actual build identity. Alright, y'all, so lastly for the build is identified as a glass kind of lockdown. I know that's kind of different from, that is different from my paint defender from last year. But the reason why it's different from there is because I changed up a lot of the rebounder in comparison to my paint defender. So now he just jumped into a glass kind of lockdown. Regardless, he's still able to shoot. They're both of the builds are classified as sharp rim. So there's nothing with that. And the similarities, or the similarities for the build, the Kembe Mutombo, Hassan Whiteside, and Mitchell Robinson. So that's a bonus. The build gets into work. It got work for defense, got work for offense. So now let's move on to the badges, and I'm gonna show you how I got my badges all organized for this year. Alright, y'all, so next up is the badges. You see right here, I'm about to set up the badges for y'all. You see for finishing, I have 1 potential upgrade. For shooting, I have 18 potential upgrades. Playmaking, similar to finishing, which is 1 potential upgrade. And my defensive rebounding, I have 22 potential upgrades. So you can see right here for what I mentioned earlier, my shooting, I have not potential, but I have Hall of Fame stats or Hall of Fame badges, and similar to defensive. So by the end of the video, you all see what I put all my badges into. So let's get on to that. Alright, y'all, so to begin with the finishing badges, I only had put in my point to contact finisher. And the reason I did that because I have a decent standing dunk, which is like, I believe an 87 if I'm not mistaken. I probably am, but regardless of that, I do have some presence in the paint outside of my shooting, so that's a bonus. I'm actually keep the build versatile, so I can go in and out if need be. Besides from that, let's move on to the shooting. Alright, so next up is the shooting badges. You can see right there, I have 4 Hall of Fame badges and 1 silver. So to begin with the first badge, I have Catch and Shoot on Hall of Fame. Pretty obvious, the badge is good for spot up centers such as myself, so I keep it like that. Next up is Green Machine. Green Machine this year, especially how I played in the my career mode, obviously stuff is gonna change. When I get my custom jumper, everything probably change, but I feel like Green Machine is definitely more valuable this year. I might be mistaken. Let me know what y'all think about the badges and how they probably affect with this year, especially with a lot of the changes. But next up, I have range extender. That's a given, probably one of the best badges or mandatory badges for any type of shooter on the court. And my last Hall of Fame badge is Volume Shooter. I feel like Volume Shooter was a very underrated shooting badge. And people probably already knew how Volume Shooter get down, but in me personally, I feel like it was a very valuable badge. And lastly, for my 1 silver badge, I have Corner Specialist. Like I said, I'm kind of treating it like last year. Corner Specialist didn't need to be gold or Hall of Fame, so it was just enough to get it by. So like I said, I got on that. But next up, let's get into the playmaking badges. Alright, y'all, so next up you see right here is the playmaking badges. I only have 1 bronze, and the 1 bronze badge that I do have is Bailout. For those that know from last year, Bailout was a very good playmaking badge. It helped a lot of people just get out these crazy pass outs, especially from their shots. And as a shooter, I could definitely benefit off that, so that's why I had this particular badge on. But next up, let's get into the defensive rebounding, the main thing for this build. Alright, y'all, so to wrap up the badges, we are finally onto the defense and rebounder badges. You can see right here, I have 1 silver badge and I have 5 Hall of Fame badges. So to begin, we're gonna start with the silver badge, which is Chase Down Artist. Everybody knows how well Chase Down Artist is. Personally, I prefer it on silver. I feel like silver just does enough for me, especially as a big man. if someone do get by my guard and myself on like what the 2s, score the 3s, I'm able just to get them down, especially with Hall of Fame rim protector if they go up with a dunk or layup. Moving on to the first Hall of Fame badge, which is Rebound Chaser. Everybody know Rebound Chaser is pretty much mandatory for a center. If you don't have it, you're probably going to get horsed. So, especially with a center who has a high rebounding and they have this badge on. And yeah, everybody already know how that get down. But next up is Rim Protector. Rim Protector is one of my favorite badges. Obviously, that's the bread and butter for any rim protector itself on the court. Be able to get a lot of highlights through just blocking or snatch blocks and really just shutting down the paint and getting to take over for your team. Next up is Intimidator, probably one of the strongest badges throughout the whole game. And I did hear it did get a nerf, but like I said, we gotta see how it is for the actual park and all in itself. But next up, we going on to Pogo Stick. And I also did hear Pogo Stick got a nerf as well. The recovery time, you can't just constantly just press triangle, just jumping up and down. Hopefully you get a block, which is fair. That's understandable. That's very annoying. So they're actually gonna put some more skills on people timing their blocks. So I agree with that. And lastly, for the Hall of Fame badges is my post move lockdown. Everybody knows post move lockdown stops any post score. That stops any post score, but it helps play better defense. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. Helps play better defense, especially people who like to do post spin or just post fades and just drop steps into the paint. So I do recommend that. Obviously, it's optional. You can always have different badges going along with that, but besides from that, we won't have it like that. So now let's go and wrap up the video. Alright, y'all, to wrap up this video, I'm just showing y'all that's the final layout for my badge setup. You can see right here I have 2 bronze badges. I have 2 bronze badges. I also have 2 silver badges. And the rest are Hall of Fame, which is 9 Hall of Fame badges. You know, that's really all that is for the video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all got an insight of how I made my build for 2K21, especially in the upcoming week or so. My honest opinion on the demo, I mean, the developers already said the demo was similar to 2K20, so I'm not surprised. I mean, it's lackluster, but it is what it is. We just gotta wait for the next gen, and that's really all that is, man. Like I said, if y'all got any questions, please leave a comment down below, and I will definitely answer them. Like I said, we're gonna be back on our grind for 2K21. Let's make some good progress. And yeah, let me stop being so cheesy, but I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. Peace out.